Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making buffalo chicken casserole. Here I'm cutting up 4 pieces of my chicken. You would need a half a cup of buffalo wing sauce, see, half a cup of buffalo wing sauce. I'm going to put that right in our blender. Then we're going to take a half a cup of milk. I use whole milk. Put that in our blender. Next, we're going to put in our 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You can use any cream cheese you want. Just stick that right in the blender. Since our pan is hot, we're just going to put our chicken in the pan. Make sure you rinse your hands after every time you touch the chicken. Stir it up just a little bit. Gonna set our oven to 375. Let that preheat while we make the rest of everything else. Next, we're just gonna quarter our white onion we have here. Could be medium size, small size, just not large. Next, we're gonna put this in the blender. We have our red bell pepper and green pepper. I'm gonna rinse them off. Cut off the tops and cut out the seeds. Then we're gonna quarter those. Throw it in the blender. And do the same with the red bell pepper. Okay, next we're going to put the lid on it. Got our 8x13 pan for the oven. Now we put the lid on it. Turn it on. Well, first you gotta plug it in, but yeah. Now do it on setting where it says salsa food chop. I'm gonna rinse out our pan because it's been sitting for a while. Make sure we get every little piece we can, so we're just gonna push it down just a little bit. Might have to do that a few times. It took me about 3 times. A little salt and pepper on our chicken. Do it again. Mix up our chicken some more. You want it to be finished before you put it in the blender. Okay, so now that our blend is blended, you see here, we're just going to dump that into our 8x13. Don't worry about scooping it out because the chicken is just going to grab the rest of it for you. Next, we're going to take our cheese. You can use any cheese you want. I'm using sharp cheddar. Use about a handful and a half. And just dump it in there. Put it to the side because we are going to put it on top. And just keep mixing the chicken till it's all done. Next, we're going to just stir in the cheese. Back to mixing the chicken even more. Chicken is almost done. Okay, our chicken is done. We're ready to blend it up. You can use the blender or you can use 2 forks to chop it up real finely. I'm using a blender to make it faster. You're just going to use the same settings you use for the salsa. Make sure you don't get none of the juice from the chicken into the blender. Okay, put the lid on, turn it on. You want to kind of push the big chunks into the middle so that they all get blended. Okay, once your chicken is blended, and take it off like so. You want it like that. Then just scoop it all into the salsa. Okay, I'm gonna do it a second time. Again, make sure you don't get none of the juice or water, whatever you want to call it, into the blender. You want to discharge that. Lid on, back on a little bit. And push it to the middle so it all blends. Okay, this is the last little bit I just have to blend. Right away. Scoop it all out from the bottom of the blender into the pan. And then we're going to just mix everything together. Move it over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Mix it all together real well so that when you eat it, you just don't get Okay, after we're done mixing it, we're just going to make sure it's evenly placed. Then we're going to take our biscuits. I use cornbread biscuits. You can use whatever you like. My family likes the cornbread. I'm using 3 of those. I'm just going to take them out and just place them down tightly together. I usually get about 3.5 in a row. Go with our second roll. And finally with our last roll. They seem to unroll a lot. With the last 2, I'm just going to cut those in half and then place them into the empty spaces. Sorry, last 3. This is my first voiceover, so please be aware of that. And see, next we're just going to add the remainder of cheese. You can add a lot, a little bit. Just sprinkle it right over top. Next, we're just going to put this into the oven. We're going to put it in there uncovered for 30 minutes. And then next we're going to cover it for the remainder of 20 minutes. And when that's done, we're just going to take it out. I made some white rice on the side to add it on top. Okay. See how golden brown it looks? That's how you want it to look. Just so you know they're all finished cooking inside. Okay. my rice. I'm just going to scoop it out. Place it on top of the rice. Make sure you get all the filling underneath. Look at that, yum. Nice and steamy hot. Alright guys, this is the finished product. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.